There's just so much now that I wouldn't do in the same way that I did then. And sometimes I get very afraid because people still see me as that. And I'm like, I'm still that person. I'm like 24 now. Hey you guys, I am Dove Cameron and I hate washing myself. Today, Esquire is going to make me rewatch some of my past performances so I can tell you what I was thinking in those moments. Let's do this.
I heard you do the Minions. Can you just...
Yeah. Oh,
So-
yeah. I've been preparing for this all day. This is...
I'm excited about this because I love Minions. That's one of my favorite movies. I do love them, so I'm gonna close my eyes.
Okay.
Ba 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 potato na.
Oh my God. Oh, that's real good. Illumination.
Award-winning. Stunning. So that was me doing the Minion impression on Jimmy Fallon, who I love. I have like such a massive soft spot for Jimmy Fallon. Every time I see him, he calls me pal. He's so cute. Like he's like a dad. Like also this is my first late night appearance, so that's really cute and cool. And it was so kind of him to ask me back twice. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm really, really good at the Minion impression.
Look who just walked through the front door. An avalanche as it races down the hill. You can try to stop the seasons, girl, but you know you never will.
Okay, so that was an excerpt from You Can't Stop the Beat from Hairspray Live. I usually hate watching myself, but you guys are kind of sending me like bomb clips. Hairspray is one of the most fun musicals ever. That'll go down as one of the best nights of my whole life because we had bonded so much as a cast. Like we rehearsed for like 3 months beforehand, and me and Garrett, me and Ariana, me and Jennifer. God, I love Hairspray. Honestly, I'm like such a musical theater bitch. I really am.
There's nowhere else we'd rather be. We're
God, I'm
making
so
our own
little.
history.
Okay, I'm gonna stop that early. I have not seen that in years. That is a clip of me and my ex's band. I feel like this is a tricky one for me to navigate. So okay, well, the music video holds up. It's like, what, like, I mean, I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we broke up. I think I wasn't very like healthy at the time. I watched that back and I'm a little bit like, oh, that was like in the throes of my eating disorder. So I look at that back and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tiny. So I wish that I wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm panicking. I wish him well. It was the very first music video that I did for my own music. It was not the first one to come out, but that song and that video to me are so great, and I really stand by that video. I know a lot of fans are like, you just stand in one place the whole time. But basically what happened is we filmed this whole video. We filmed like so many setups, there was like this whole plot, but we really were missing this kind of like emotional component in the song that was more like talking about feeling this feeling of feeling like, you know, in love with someone, you're struggling, it's an intense love, you're having an intense time with yourself, and but I'm trying not to push you too much, and like being in love and being an intense person and having that other person also be intense. Yeah, I love that. I wouldn't do any of that differently.
Name something Kermit and Miss Piggy would never order when they go out for dinner.
Brussels sprouts.
How many days after
Why would I
Christmas
say
does a
that?
kid get bored with his toys?
1 week, 7 days.
Brussels
So
sprouts.
embarrassing.
Survey said.
Oh!
Number one answer, bacon pork.
Okay, so that was the Descendants cast on Family Feud. That was so much fun, quickly followed by stressful. I think about the fact that I said Brussels sprouts instead of like bacon or like even like frog's legs. Like, what? So stupid. But it was so much fun. I was like, it's so much fun to be like on a game show. I love games, and so to like play them on like a massive scale was like my dream, because I'm a 10-year-old boy. Okay.
I missed my family and it was time to come home. You stole my face! I had it first!
I think that, well, that is the pilot episode of Liv and Maddie. It is like painful to watch in the sense that like, I like barely see myself in that anymore, but like I know, I don't know, it's like looking back at like your middle school pictures or something. You're like, oh yeah, like, I guess that's me, but like I don't feel like I'm that person. Do you know what I mean? Like I remember filming it. I'm like a person, and I'm really like a relationship person. So I like watch that and I'm like, oh, swoon. Like I just, that's so special. Like what a special time in all of our lives to have chronicled like that. What a special thing to be able to do. Okay, so that's a clip from a very silly song that I did for Liv and Maddie called Frillo YOLO that I still get asked about. Like it's been 8 years and I've released considerable music and like Descendants came and went and people are still like, I love Frillo YOLO. Like the impact. That's one of those things that you like that truly can only exist on the Disney Channel. I don't know where else something like that could be made and be like fit into a plot. It's very silly. There's just so much now that I wouldn't do in the same way that I did then. And sometimes I get very afraid because people still see me as that. And I'm like, I'm still that person. I'm like 24 now. You know, like I watch that back and I'm like, wow, that's a child. That's like really a child. I get very like clear on the fact that I started my career as a child. I love her though. I remember that girl and I love her. I send her love. All right, so I've officially been made to sit through a bunch of clips in my career and some of it was pretty bad. I mean, you were watching, right? We know, we don't have to talk about it. But some of it was lovely. Take a trip down memory lane, and thank you so much, Esquire. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Everybody, buy, stream, download, and check out my new song, We Belong, available today on all platforms. I love you guys so much. Stay safe, wear a mask.